Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at this. So I don't really know what it is. I know it's an American Loco. It's 462, so Pacific. It's about all I know really. Yeah, very poor condition is all I can say. You can see this handrail is completely bent and I really haven't done that. That is how it came in the job lot. Cab roof's missing. No idea if it's going to run. The smoke box door is also missing, but there is a light in there, so might work. Tender, I don't think is in bad condition at all. Really dusty, and there is something missing there. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Real coal, overall good condition. It does have tender pickups too. I have a quick look underneath it, and the motor is complete. So let's just see if I put it on the track, if it is alive or not. So it's down on the track. I'm going to just apply some power and see if there's any life there at all. It buzzed. Seems pretty dead. Oh no, there is some life in it. In fact, it does actually work quite alright, considering it's cut out there. I do think as well the light works. Yes, it does. So if I just hold it back, you can see that the light's lighting up there. I'm not going to do that for too long. But it does work. In fact, I might even just straighten the handrail in situ and let it run round for a minute. Because I'm not even sure if that needs it will need a service, I should say. I'm just going to straighten this so it doesn't bash onto any signals or anything like that. I'm sorry if you're a great fan of these, because I'm not really paying that much care to straighten in the handrail. I can see where it should go, but whether it's going to go in there or not is a mystery. All of these are a bit out of line. Let me try and line these up. I am going to try and put it back on properly and at least make it look slightly presentable. So that one goes in there. And then that one goes in there. Let me get that one back in because that one's gone in quite well. Can't quite get this one in, so just... Sorry if you can't really see what's going on. There you go, pop that one in as well. Then I'm going to slide these along so they all marry up with which holes they should be in. I really hope you can see that one's popped out once again. Just gonna... Yeah, sorry, this is probably one of the worst things you could do to a model, but I think this handrail is kind of beyond it. So if I can just at least get it to sit on here and leave it for a bit, I don't think that's the end of the world. There is actually only one more I need to put in. I did have no idea if these would ever clip back in, and they are seeming to. I'm sorry, you probably cannot see a thing here. There we go, so all of the ones popped in, and then unfortunately at the very end the last one is broke, but I think for a minute I can run with it looking a bit like that. It's not too bad as well, it's much better than it was. I'm going to put it back on the track. It does seem to be picking up on all wheels because performance didn't seem too bad at all. There we go, going to hook the tender up, and then I am going to leave it to warm up and see if it gets any better. I will probably service it, but it would only be basic clean and oiling. So, well, I have much higher hopes for this engine now than I did before, because it really wasn't looking good, but I haven't touched it really yet, apart from putting a handrail back in. So let's see how it runs. Curse of the commentators kicked in, it decides to not. There we go. Okay, it could probably do with a little bit of attention, so I'm going to leave it to run and catch up with you in a minute. I've now removed the body, which was only held on by one screw at the front. Should have probably been held on by more, but there we are. To be honest, The mechanism is different, not seen much like it before. I believe the Airfix 1400 class has the drive shaft sort of thing. Pretty standard motor, 3-pole motor, drive shaft to the gear housing, see the worm gear there, go straight to the axles. So it's fairly standard, just something a bit different. So I'm just going to oil this all up, oil in there. It is also full of lead weight on the body. Looks a bit like polystyrene, but it's just lead. It's decayed a bit slightly, but I'm going to keep it in there because it keeps the body nice and heavy and it can pull long trains like you would have been able to in real life. So really not too much here, just going to clean the wheels up, give it a bit of an oil, and it should be running, well, just as good as it was before really. It really wasn't running that bad at all. It doesn't need a service desperately, but it would probably benefit from one somewhere. It's now had a light service, taking the base keeper plate off, put some oil on the axles and in all the gears. I put some oil in the top of the gear housing as well, so there should be oil on all the gears now, and a small bit of oil on the end of the motor and on one of the bearings on the motor, just so everything is lubricated and easily running. I could probably put some oil on all the other axles and the front bogie and stuff like that, but for a minute I think it will still be alright. It wasn't creating any drag before, so it won't be any now. Other than that, I haven't really done a lot else to it, and I'm going to see if it runs any better. So it's still a little bit reluctant to pull away, but I don't have to help it, it just buzzes a little bit before it starts, but that's not too bad. It does seem to be quite a bit smoother now. That's not bad at all. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any rolling stock I can run this with, but that doesn't really matter. I don't really know what sort of plans I have. It did come with this coach here, but one of the bogies is missing completely, so I can't really run that, which is a shame, but not a lot I can do about it. So I'm just going to leave it to run now, and I hope you enjoy. So there you go, you've now seen it running, and the light is pretty bright in the dark as well, to be honest. Much better than I thought it would be. It's just a shame about the overall condition of it. Obviously it's missing the cement box door and the cab roof. The handrail looks okay now, it's slightly passable. I wouldn't want to run it all the time, but you know, it looks the part for what it is. I'm quite happy with it really, and I've done minimal work to it. It's the one that I've done definitely the least work to. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.